What's up, guys? Kyron Dudebro here with the announcement about the new Guilty Gear games that has happened, and we got a big update 2 days ago as of recording about it. So I watched the 1 hour stream, and I was blown away for what we got. They announced Chip. Homeboy is looking extra swole. I don't know what he's doing. The new design is freaking sick. Oh man, it almost makes me want to play him, but unfortunately I was never a fan of how his archetype is. And Potemkin, the grappler of the series, man, if there's one thing, Potemkin's theme song just vibes inside me. I already feel like that is my favorite song in the game so far, and his stage, that snow stage, oh my lord, what are they doing? That stage looks freaking sick. Oh my god, this game is already looking amazing. Animations is on par. The best animations I've seen for an anime fighter or a fighting game that isn't, you know, the NRS or, you know, Mortal Kombat or Injustice, and theirs tend to just look better. I won't say about in terms of like animation, but in terms of graphics, they look good. Guilty Gear's animation just blows them out of the park. It's ridiculous. But what I want to talk about is what we've seen. You know, I'm pretty sure you heard many people talk about it, but I'm just here to give my own personal opinions on it. So, what we already know is that they did a few controversial changes that the whole Guilty Gear community is kind of mixed up about. And I'm by far no big Guilty Gear, you know, player myself. I played the game sparingly, so I kind of got the gist of how everything works with the system mechanics. So, for starters, they nerfed grabs. Originally, grabs were one frame, and you would do back heavy slash or forward heavy slash, and you can use it as an option select. And you can do it unintentionally, or eventually realize that you can do it. And how that would work would, because of the fact that it was mapped into a slash, sometimes people will do pressure or block strings that has openings, and players would mash heavy slash. If they were close enough, you'll get the grab. If not, it would register as heavy slash, and if you actually hit the opponent, you can what was it called, Roman cancel and get your confirm. If not, then they'll just block it. But that was pretty much the gist. I know So Bad Guy in the air, his heavy slash air, I could be horribly wrong. I think last time I checked, the frame deal was like the recovery was like 1, maybe 0 in the air. So you could do air dash into heavy slash in the air and then just get a grab if you wanted to. It was pretty dumb. But now it's mapped into a dust. So, if for everyone who doesn't know, dust is the universal mechanic where it's essentially an overhead. So, now that it's mapped into a button, it also mentioned that it also has an animation. So, usually the original one didn't have an animation; it just does it. You know, there was no way of punishing it or whiffing it. You just had to figure out some sort of tech to beat the OS. But now there's an animation for it, so there's ways you can bait it out a lot easier than before. And you know, I personally agree with that change. Having one frame grabs is always something I didn't really agree with, or it just doesn't work for me for a game like that. Something like Marvel vs. Capcom is okay with me. For a game that's already that insane, one frame grab doesn't seem like much of a big deal for something like that, in my opinion. But in Guilty Gear, it just not so much at all. Another thing that is also under the radar is the and it's pretty mind numbing. Not numbing, but how can I say it? I don't know how I feel about it. I personally feel like it's mind numbing. I can't talk, but it is the way how they do the wall combo. So now Guity has these new ways of doing a wall combo. But the problem is, you can break the wall, and essentially, if you break the wall, the opponent will fly out, and he'll land, and is back to neutral. And I really hope that there is some sort of way, another layer to this, because from what I've seen, you just hit him against the wall 3 times, and the wall will break, and then they'll fall out, do a cool ass stage transition, but then boom, it's back into neutral, and I don't really vibe with it. It de-emphasizes wall combos, and why would I want to do that and lose the positioning advantage? So unless this is something like a system that Injustice had, where you have to do a certain move to do the stage transition, that would be cool. But I didn't notice anything like that at all, or I probably missed it. I hope that's not the case. I hope someone speaks up. Maybe it is the currently just that demo, so everything's up for changes. But for my speculation, it's not vibing very well with me. I also hear that combos aren't going to be as long anymore, and I played many games where combos aren't long, and I'm okay with that as long as it doesn't change the pacing of the game. Like, combos aren't long, but their damage is extremely high, so I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. It doesn't really bug me as much as I was imagined. They also nerfed how combos will work, so now you can't get like a light into a heavy. You have to commit to like a heavy or cancel into something, because a lot of people they'll do like crouching light kick into standing medium and then heavy, and then they'll just get their Big Daddy Jende combo and you just mess your stuff up super big. And now that's been changed. They're no longer doing that. You have to do a light and get a light combo, or you can get a heavy combo using your heavies. You can't cancel to one or the other, and I'm okay with that. I think that the idea of that is pretty cool. Man, what was something else that they did? Man, I'm sure the UI is ugly. I don't like the UI. The UI is pretty plain. It's such a change. I like a lot of this. I like the stylistic stuff. It's visually appealing. All the things like when you win, and it kind of shows like that blur screen in the player one, or when you counter his big bold letters. Like, they're doing a lot of stuff where it's just really cool to look at, and from a spectator's perspective, that's cool. It keeps you engaged with all these flashing lights or whatever. The character select screen is pretty cool, where it shows you the character, their stats, what type of character they are. They have Potemkin and Mei and as power, and Chip as speed, and Kai Soul was balance. That's cool. When you look at their move list, it shows you, it tells you what this move does, and has a demo about how it looks as well. And that's cool, man. Not too many games do that. They'll just explain to you, hey, here's a buttload of information, there you go, and that's all you get. Now they have a little small demo of how the move looks and some descriptions about how it works, and I think that's amazing. I can't think of everything else. From so far what I've seen, it looks like the game maybe slowed down just a bit compared to its predecessor, but that's no big deal to me. I know another thing that they removed, which I'm sure everyone's happy about. Danger Time is gone. Screw Danger Time. That's pretty much big robbery. What Danger Time was it was a situation where both opponents, within 10 seconds, I believe, everything was fatal counter on the first hit. The opponent was floatier if whoever got hit, and it all registered all the other moves as counter hit, and it was dumb as crap. Oh my god, that was so dumb. It was so stressful being in that position when you're a player. But when you're a spectator, it's kind of hype. You're like, hey, cool, that's pretty cool. You know, you get the dim lights and all the red and all that. It's cool, but it's like you're on death row when it happens to you. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. And it also removes stun. So when you getting beat up and your character goes into a state where you have to mash or move the controller a lot to get out of stun, it's gone now. And I'm also glad, because I thought that was kind of unnecessary to have for a game like Guilty Gear, when you're already getting beat up. So hey, here's stun because you did worse. Street Fighter, it works very well in Street Fighter. And like even in Marvel's Capcom, they originally had stun, like Marvel 2 and Marvel 1, I believe, and then they removed it, because what's the point of even having it? If you're having stun in a game like that, can you imagine if someone's playing Virgil and then they're combating the life out of you, and then you're stunned, and then you can just reset it and you're just dead. Oh my god. Other than that, the game just looks great. They mentioned that from this point on that they're gonna do regular announcements. I think the game looks pretty good. Like, I'm in there. Within the few gripes that I have, that the game looks more slowed down. The models, the character models look amazing. I'm not a fan of that wall combo. Like, I'm gonna have to look more into that. And man, I feel there was something else. But it's not coming to me, so maybe once they show more we can talk about it. But from now, that's all I can think of. I'm not going to drag this on even longer. If you do like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe, baby, and I'll give you guys some more updates from here on out. Do take care, guys, and keep it easy.